The Kowloon Cricket Club Challenge Cup, our feature of the afternoon at Sha Tin. It's race 7, Class 2 over the 1600 metres, and it's only a smallish field with a field of 9 in total. Time to celebrate a big winner last start. Easy go, easy wins, drawn barrier 5. Right choice, he's won 3 races on the trot. He now tries Class 2 for the first time, so he's up in class and in distance. Sichuan winning Faith, Dances with Dragon, Epic Jade Fortune, and the fast finishing Sacred Ibis make up the field. Now Epic has been back and forth to Chun Fa from the Tony Cruz yard. Matthew Poon will take the ride. All right, well, let's have a look at the potential way the race may unfold with the speed map here, Graham. It's race 7, our feature, and possibly self-explanatory, maybe?
I don't think so. I think there's room for variance and confusion here. We've got Right Choice as the potential leader, and that's logical. He's been right on the speed over 1400, but I think Sylvester de Souza ideally would like a lead. He could get it from Easy Go, Easy Win, who led last time. He could also get that lead from Epic, who has been tucked away in recent starts, but it is Tony Cruz. He is lightly raced. It wouldn't surprise me if they tried a new tactic. The key point to make is about the horses at the back of the field, Paul. There are several confirmed hold-up horses who generally need a good gallop here. Time to Celebrate made a big mid-race move last time. These horses at the back, Dances with Dragon, Sichuan Da, and especially number 5 Winning Faith, number 9 Sacred Ibis. They are bona fide hold-up horses who generally need a true gallop. There is no guarantee they'll get it on Sunday.
Well, they can often be tactical battles, Paul. These fields with small numbers in them. Have you seen the track work leading in?
Yeah, well, Time to Celebrate, he was impressive, wasn't he, at his last start, and he's come out of it with no worries whatsoever. It was a good win from him, and he's moving really nicely here in the mornings, and he's likely to slot in, as we saw, midfield, so he's going well. Right Choice, he's the likely favourite for the race, and as we talked about him, he looks really good, he goes nicely, and whatever happens, he should get a nice run, as you guys have said, from barrier number 4, and he's winning them in a row at the moment, 3 in a row so far. And the other one I thought I'd show was Epic. Epic, now Smart Leader's running later on in the day. That's him taking off with the blinkers on for the first time. But I thought it wasn't a bad piece from Epic at the back as well. Just doing it nice and evenly as well. And as you guys have said, it could be a pace influence.
All right, let's start at the top with Time to Celebrate, who was, of course, a very impressive winner at his last outing. He basically sat back and then got going just before the home corner, really built up a full head of steam. And in the end, Graham, he really powered away for a very strong victory.
He absolutely bolted up. I'm really not sure whether it was that strong a race. The horse who chases him home is Gold Chest, who didn't really do a lot for the form in the BMW Hong Kong Derby last week. It was an impressive success. There are distances between first and second and third. The handicapper had to take evasive action. Handicapper thinks he improved by £10 on his 14th start. I'm not quite so sure. I think tomorrow's race is perhaps a deeper one than that one.
All right, let's move back then and have a look at our next key race. And of course, on this occasion, we're going to focus on a couple of other horses. And the horses that we need to focus on here, well, the likely favourite in the race, which is going to be Right Choice. Now, going up in class and in distance on the one occasion is not an easy thing to be doing.
But I think the extra distance is absolutely made for this horse. I think he's been getting away with it to a certain extent over 1400. He's bred to relish 1600 metres. He's a classic de Souza ride in that he finds loads. And Sylvester isn't afraid of getting in behind one. As you can see, when he does here, he really forges clear and he wins a pretty good handicap in handsome style. I think the step up to 1600 metres will unlock more improvement from this fella.
It's gone up 33 points since debuting, Paul. It's a fair increment.
Yeah, I think he's deserved it, though, the way he's been going. And look, Time to Celebrate has to give him 16-odd pounds as well. So he comes in really well in this race, in the weights.
All right, let's take another look at a horse that's been in reasonable form this season. That is Dances with Dragon. And there he is there. Eventually got him worked out. But he is a horse that hits the line hard. We saw that earlier on, Graham, in the speed map. He's going to want the pace to be injected a fair way out. Absolutely.
He's got a couple of good wins on his dance card this season. We know he stays 1800 well. We know he stays 2000. Question is, having gone up in the weights, Brett, can he show a little bit of further improvement back at 1600 in a race that's not guaranteed to be strongly run? There are a few horses in this race who could end up compromised tactically. Dances with Dragon, for my money, is one of them.
That's Enrichment winning, Paul. Is that a strong on us form line for this guy, do you think?
Well, look, it was 2,000 metres. I think the key, as Graham said, coming back to 1,600. Now, he did win his Group 1 in New Zealand over 16, but the longer he's been here, he looks more of a stayer. So I'd be more happy if this race was 1,800 metres for him with a bit of pace on. It's not. So
I think whatever he needs, he needs pace, definitely. The other one to feature here is Sacred Ibis, who's a similar type of horse. There he is there. And I guess the question mark alongside of his name as well is, has he got the class to run over some of these, horses that look like they've got more rating points in hand?
And will the gallop be strong enough to bring into effect that potent finish? And it is a potent finish. We've seen it several times at Sha Tin. We saw it here at Happy Valley. But sometimes, if the pace doesn't go his way, he can get going really well a little bit too late, and I can quite envisage that scenario playing out again tomorrow. I don't think they're going to go a really strong pace. That's what he needs.
Yeah, and when you give away big starts like that, Paul, when you get up in the classes, it's always a lot more difficult, isn't it, to win easier to place?
yeah, definitely. I've got him on a place line, a minor line, because he has got that good turn of foot and he's got 113 pounds. But I think I don't see him as a major win player in this.
All right. Who is the major win player?
And I'm going to go with number 3 here, which is Right Choice. I've got him on top. I think he's going to get the best run in the race. Time to Celebrate's on the up, Sacred Ibis. And Shishwandar's a really well-rated horse. I like him going up to a mile. He's won off 85, 88 before. He's now rated 84. So he's a horse that's been there and done that, and he can add a bit of spice to exotics. 3, 1, 9 and 4. I thought the two principal chances were the 3 and
6 to 4, Graham. Right Choice. You'd be happy to take that price?
Right choice, right price, I think. His profile is super progressive. His form is strong, and tactically, he's likely to get the race run to suit. I'm going to go 3, 5, 1, 2. I haven't really touched on Winning Faith. I think he's the type of horse who could go well at a big price. A lot of his form's at Happy Valley. I think he can show his form at Sha Tin. Also, Time to Celebrate. We have to have him in there, even though the handicapper might have put him up 1 or 2 pounds too much. And Easy Go, Easy Win has a bit of a checkered profile, but he travelled strongly enough for long enough last time to think he's in decent nick.
Yeah, I tend to think it's a good quinella, isn't it, really, on paper, with those two, Time to Celebrate and, of course, Right Choice. I'm going to take a little chance with Time to Celebrate. I thought he was super impressive last start. Maybe he can get the better of Right Choice in the end, but I think it is probably the cue of the day. So that is our feature race number 7. We'll take a short break here. When we come back, we're going to have a look at the next couple of races, and, of course, the treble commences on race number 8.